this string needs some silencers, so we're gonna go ahead and cut some silencers out of this coyote. I'm gonna show you how to do that real quick. The best place on one of these coyote hides that I've found to cut your strips of hide for silencers are back here in the haunches. Right about, you can see where I've already cut some chunks out for string silencers out of this hide. You've got a transition of fur where you go from shorter fur to like their longer back fur where you've got most of your guard hairs and stuff. And this transition point is about the best place that I think you can harvest string silencers from a coyote. The leather, the hide itself isn't too thick like the hide, say up under the coyote's neck. The hide up here is just thicker to protect these coyotes when they're fighting. This would make really nice, pretty silencers, but I think the leather itself is going to be a little thicker than you'd want and end up being kind of heavy. You're going to want a sharp knife. Make sure, so I don't want to cut these silencers out of this shorter fur on the inside of this coyote's flanks. I want to go towards the back of this coyote where it's just a little bit thicker fur, a little bit longer. The hide's still pretty thin. You're going to want to cut this hide from the leather side. You don't necessarily want to do this from the hair side, or you'll end up cutting hairs and make a big old mess. So I'm going to cut up just a little ways. Further.
I should note that cutting the silencers from back here, you don't ruin this wall hanger of a coyote.
My strip at a taper. And I'm going to taper it to where I get to about a 1/2 inch wide.
Unless you took this coyote off the wall and inspected him, you'd never know I'd cut these chunks out of
And
him.
I'm going to go ahead and taper this other end down to a point. Cut this one in half. This is a huge coyote too, by the way, like 38 pounds. He's just fat. Okay, now we got 2. And you could make your strips longer if you wanted your silencers longer, but this will suffice. On a longbow, I'd go like 11 to 12 inches from the end of the string to where I start this silencer. On this recurve, just for aesthetics, I'm gonna go a little bit further. And let's go, there's 10. I'm gonna go 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I'll start at 14 and that'll end me up down here on 15, 16. So I'm going to take a Sharpie and I'm just going to mark on this string. Now keep your Sharpie around. And you're going to want to go ahead and unstring this bugger. Go back to your Sharpie mark and you're going to want to separate your 2 bundles of bowstring. Got brown and green here. You're just going to want to kind of untwist it. See how this hair is laying all down that direction? I'm going to start this. We're going to call this the top of the silencer. And I'm going to feed this little tapered end in, a 1/2 inch or so. Once you've got them separated, get your Sharpie in there. Now I'm going to untwist this a little more and run my Sharpie down the string a little ways, keeping my hide where that Sharpie mark is at. String this bugger back up. Now you're going to take your spur, your soon-to-be silencer, and just wrap it down the string, kind of trying not to lay over itself, just try to lay it evenly up against the last wrap, keeping the hair out from under your wraps if you can help it.
Some quick notes on this bow. It's 55 inches long, pulls 60 pounds at 25 inches, and it's a bend through the handle bow made out of a hickory board from Menards.
Now, when you get down to where you got like 3/4 of an inch of this silencer left, you're going to want to go ahead and tuck that tapered end right in back through the string where your Sharpie is still there holding it open for you. Now don't pull it too tight or you will rip this coyote hide, as it is pretty thin and rips fairly easily. Now once you got it pulled through there tight, you're gonna wanna just take your Sharpie out and it is locked in place. Now you can go ahead and take and trim these tapers off if you'd like, or leave them. Then just repeat the process on the other end of your string. These tag ends are only going to create more drag on your bowstring, and if you're worried about how fast your bow shoots and you want to get every foot per second out of it that you want, then keep things tidy. And there you have it. Now I still got to stain and wrap this handle, so stay tuned if you want to see how that goes. Let's shoot it once.
If you've stuck around this long, I just want to say thanks for watching and God bless you.
There you have it. That's just 11 yards in the old garage here, but give it a try.